Good morning. So, have you ever let that perfectionism kicked in? Oh my word, this has always been one of my defaults, and I'm so lucky that I can actually progress it to somewhat progress to opposed to perfection. So, two questions: have you ever really done over the top in order to be perfect? And do you wish that you could actually just make do like other people seem to do and be more relaxed? Yes, I totally get that. Maybe you just want everything to be just as it is, perfect as it is, and you want to put the 100% effort in to show that actually you've done a good job. Maybe you just feel that exhausts you, you find it frustrating, there's so much going on, there's so many deadlines, so many things to do that you think, why am I just stuck doing this when I've got so many other things to do? And that is the challenge. Maybe you'd love to think, yeah, that's good enough. I finished all that. I can put that to bed and I can go on to the next project. I don't feel overwhelmed and all is good. So that's why I'm talking about it now. Why am I talking about it now? Because it just can destroy our day. This whole perfectionism, wanting to be perfect, wanting everything to be neat and tidy and organized. And life is not like that. Life is messy. Now, often it's because of a fear of rejection. We all have that fear of rejection. It's a fundamental need we have to feel we belong. And so sometimes we just want to put the extra effort in to get other people's approval, even if we don't realize that's the case. Or we want to feel that we've done the best job. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up now, I go on holiday tomorrow, which is very exciting, off to Crete for 10 days, feeling very, very blessed. However, my perfectionism always kicks in before I go away, which is why it's really rife in my brain right now. So, in the past, it was even worse. I used to clean the house top to bottom, and then clean all the change all the beds. We had clean beds to come back to, and then if we'd been away for a couple of weeks, then I did it all again because the dust had settled while I was away. And then I realised, why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? So I've let that go. So that's a great progress. But I think when we go on a holiday, it's a real thing about just wanting everything done. It's such a great incentive to get all those jobs done that you've been putting off, those tasks, those work and home stuff. So it's a really good opportunity to do that. However, sometimes it just gets a bit out of hand. So when it starts affecting your sleep, when it starts, you feel overwhelmed, that is the time to take the power of the pause. Just stop for a moment and just think, is this really that important? Is this going to matter in 1 week, 1 month, 1 year? Because that's the question to ask. We can get so set up with all this stuff that needs to be done, the perfect presentation for a meeting, the project that is perfect, the friend group, that everything in our life, sometimes we just slip into that wanting it to be perfect, when absolutely progress is all we need to do. And that's when the progress is coming from a very different energy. Progress is coming from that place of, yes, I'm doing a great job. I'm proud of myself. Things are doing really well. Perfectionism is coming from a place of fear. That fear of, what if I'm not good enough? What if this isn't good enough? What if the project won't be good enough? What if, and all the what ifs kick in. And that is when we have to catch it. It's so important to catch it, because as soon as we start thinking that mindset, it can feel exhausting, it can feel overwhelming, and actually we're not giving our best work anyway, or our best to our families or work or friends or whatever it is, because we're so focused on making it perfect. We can be so anxious about it that it doesn't even come up as good as we want it to be. So that's my thought for you today. So I'm away for the next 10 days, which is lovely, as I say. So I won't be doing any lives then. And then the following week, I'm away speaking, and I'm speaking at the Excel, which is very exciting. I'm very excited about that. But then my perfection did kick in a little bit, I have to say, wanting it to be a perfect presentation. I went a bit weird, thinking, why am I've done this presentation so many times before, and I know I don't need all these props on my slides, because I know my stuff. And so therefore I did notice my perfectionism kicked in, just because it's a big event, a keynote Big Excel, and it's one of the biggest, it's the biggest IT conference in Europe. So it's quite a big thing. And all those stories kicked in my head. I just know, right, okay, it's just another talk. It's just another talk. So look forward to speaking to you soon. And I'll put my scorecard, my diagnostic in the chat if you want to know how resilient you truly are. And of course, it's all about the courage to be you. Take care.